What's up everyone, my name is Nitro and welcome back to some more The Tower of Five Hearts. On the last episode, there was a storm in the morning and Momo was scared to death, and we had the options to let her sleep with us or send her to go to Tomiko so she can come down with her. And at first I picked the one for Momo because I wanted to be nice, but then as I continue reading, it turns out it was turning into a sex scene eventually. So I decided to load back the whole thing with the choosing, and then went to send her to Tomiko. And after that, it became morning, and we had the option to either spend time with Kiri or spend time with Matsumi. I went with the Kiri because, like I said before, I want to go with the option of going with Kiri. So now we're just gonna be drinking with her some wine or whiskey, whatever. So now we're gonna continue with the story. Oh, you have no idea how much I'm looking forward to this. Oh lord. Okay. And when you arrive back at your room, Kitty eschews at the chairs and instead plop herself down on the side of your bed. After placing the tray on your nightstand, she drags you down to sit down beside her. Do you normally drink in bed, Kitty? It's much comfier this way. I can't deny that. The fox girl fills both glasses, handing you your port before taking up her own white after a long, slow sip of it. She lets out a contented sigh. This towers really does have the most wonderful selection, you know. Honestly, you don't have anything. Have always had a quite literally royal selection to pilfer, but you mimic her taking a taste of wine yourself. Okay, lesson time. And what would you like to know about me? I don't know really. I'm not used to asking questions myself, so I think it'd be easier for you to ask something about me. Alright. I got something. What exactly was your childhood like? I know that you somehow became the big sister to an entire orphanage. Okay, got a message. Did I call myself a big sister before? It fits, I suppose. Well, I was only an itty bitty little thing at the time I was left there. You were left there? She shrugs casually, not betraying the slightest bit of unease, before reaching out and idly playing with the lock of your hair. It's not like that. There's any kind of deep epic story behind it. I don't know. Nobody I know knows my parents, and I've never really been bothered by it. I was one of the first kids that got left there when it first opened up, and I just ended up as the oldest one there. I've never got sad about it, really. I just wanted to help the others. Some kids don't deal well as I do with the idea of having no parents, especially when they're very young. I ended up learning how to take on the role of myself. She leans back on one hand, taking a pensive sip of her wine. As it turned out, I had a little bit of gift for pretty much everything I set my mind to, and a few things I didn't set my mind to actually. She gives you an impish grin as she carefully slips her glass stem between her legs, then cups her hand before her face. Your eyes widen as she blows into the slightest darker hollow. A faintly visible glitter twinkles momentarily in a little cloud. The lights disappear before it even goes for enough to touch her palm. But even so, you can feel your jaw drop. She giggles softly at your shocked expression, her tails wiggling about with barely suppressed glee. Wait, what? Magic? You didn't tell me you knew magic. I guess I never really had any opportunity to show that off before. Well, yeah, I do. I got the particular gift, and though I missed my chance at getting proper schooling with it. Is your gift not strong then? Strong or not, it's still really rare. Had anyone found out while I was still at the orphanage, they have made sure to get me sent to a proper academy. Oh, I see. I see what you mean now. Yep, I didn't tell anyone back at the orphanage out of fear that I might be forced to leave everyone behind. You're here now, though. You might have struck a nerve there, kitty. Doesn't respond to that at all. Only staring deep into the depths of her glass. Realizing you made the atmosphere awkward, you take a loud slurping sip of your wine, startling her out of her reverie. Whatever. Oh, it's my turn to ask questions, isn't it? Yeah, go ahead. You take a quieter sip of wine as you watch her as you watch her top her own off in a clear ploy to stall for time. Wait, just when did she finish her first glass? And what was it like to grow up as a princess? Well, to start with, I actually wasn't supposed to be a princess. The royal line has always produced princes. Boys, I'm not in the clear on the details, but apparently my gender resulted in some political fallout. My parents didn't really know what to make of it at first. They weren't sure if they ought to treat me like a prince anyway, or take a page out of other nation's book. It gave me princess bringing, whatever. What? So what did they decide in the end? Honestly, it really seemed like they never came to a solid decision. If I ever got to show you some family portrait, there are some of me in a fancy boy clothes, and then there are others where I'm dolled up in pretty dresses. Apparently the court found it a hot bottom topic, gossiping about it for years. I have to say, I like being treated as a princess, even if there are some guy things I prefer. What like your tissues and alcohol? You reach forward and pat her gently on the nose before continuing with your tale. I might have been comfortable in a cute clothes, but I enjoy playing in the mud and running through the woods in a pair of pants just as much. Then puberty kicked in, and those were happy days. So many cute feminine mates to protect my innocence. Did your parents not realize what they were getting themselves into? Hey, I only barely realized it myself, and how can I blame them for taking even longer to catch on? Oh, so they did catch you in the end. You sigh and lean back to match the fox girl own posture. One hand behind you with a glass on the other. My mother caught me kissing one of my playmates. Whether she told father though, I'm not sure I'll ever know. Never, how come? Oh, you don't mean. She sucks in a mortified breath. Oh no, nothing like that. He's not that or anything. Martha just normally keeps her mouth shut about anything that might be considered gossips, and I mean, it's not like it to be secret once I make one of the girls my queen. Oh, you girls. It'll be pretty obvious by then. I guess so. So, mistress, may I have a kiss? You nearly spit your drink onto her in surprise, earning a cheerful giggle out of the fox mate. Hey, it's my turn to ask question, isn't it? Kitty Pow's clearly a bit miffed that you're playing hard to get, but washes away her woes by draining her glass. Even now, she doesn't seem to be buzzed in the slightest, though it does remind you of something she said earlier at dinner. What was your girlfriend like? The fox girl nibbled on her bottom lip as she refills her glass once more. Her name was Kana. Her family ran a vineyard next to a little chapel near our orphanage. Meeting her was purely chance encounter, if I'm honest. As one of the oldest children at the orphanage, I didn't really have many kids my age to play with. I ran out and found myself in the vineyard after getting into an argument with, I guess I call him my brother. Sure, we were not related by blood, but I consider him my brother, nonetheless. Hannah found me crying there. I still remember her first word to me because of how unfortunate they were. Do you know where your mother is? Oh, awkward. And Kitty chuckles, but this time there's some wistfulness in her laughter. Despite the rocky start, we were inseparables. Soon enough, the best of friends. As we got older, we started having to deal with all those hormonal urges. After a few awkward and family attempts with other people here and there, we pretty much ended up in each other's arms. How things turned out. We never did end up going all the way with each other, for better or worse. After all, it was only a few months after we got serious with each other that I found out I'd been selected for being my maid. The fox girl nods, wiggling slightest in her seat. Hannah was a mischief maker, but she was also a big softie. I've never seen anyone else who could cry out on cue like she could. Seriously, it was quite impressive. We helped each other out with all kinds of things. I was able to rope her into helping me take care of the smaller children at the orphanage. In the process of teaching me how to help her out at the vineyard, we ended up drinking quite a bit, I'll admit. She thought that she could outdrink me, just because she'd been doing it longer than I had. You should have seen her face when she found out she was wrong. Kitty smirks, her tail switching fondly. She sounds nice. She is. Well, I hope she still is. I haven't seen her ever since we broke things off. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's not like it's your fault. And like you made that decision to break us up. And we came to terms with our situation. Ended it ourselves. Oh, kind of feel bad now. Maybe I should have gone with a dog girl. Damn. There's plenty more tales about the hijinks we got up to. But now that I'm here, I'd much rather make new stories with you. You don't have a witty response to that, so you polish off the last drag of your port. As you toy with the empty glass, searching for something to say, Kitty leans in close to you and rubs one of your ear tips, a soft smile on her face. I suppose I know where you got that habit of yours now. It's just as comforting to me as I'm sure it is for others. I say it's your turn to ask questions, but I think I already know what it might be. Ah, my god, you're giving me this option. Damn it. I think I'm gonna go with kissing her on the lips to see what happens. I'm actually pretty curious. Damn it, come on. Oh wait, it's already... Never mind. Okay, so I guess we go into this type of file over here. Holy shit. Okay, let's see what happens if we go with the one where we kiss her. Oh boy. Kiss her lips. With a low, throaty purr, you meet Kitty's lean towards you halfway, more than halfway actually, lunging towards her and pressing your body tightly against her. You feel her stiffen in response, but you're about to do something that'll have her much different in a moment. You lock your lips with hers. Her groans of pleasure fails to escape her mouth, but she can feel it in her chest though through your own. When you adjust yourself slightly, she lets out a heated gasp, her breath washing over your flushing cheeks. As your tongue begins to dance with her. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh my god. to dance with her. The heat of her face rises to match that in yours. Broken bits and pieces of moan escape out from between you both, and her scent seems to food your nostrils. Her hands grab a fistful of your cloth, her arms and legs resting against yours, just as your tongue are in each other's mouth. Oh boy. When the two of you finally break away, gasping for air, strands of saliva remains to connect your lips to hers. Only when it finally breaks does the foxmate seem to return to her senses. Oh my, you're quite the kisser, mistress. I don't get as much pictures as I'd like to. I'm glad to hear I'm still got it. She blushes at that, touching her own lips with her fingertip, as if unable to believe what just transpired. You tried not to giggle at her, knowing that it ruined the intimacy of the moment. Instead of you bringing your willpower to bear, with your chest trying to get your thumping heart to calm down. I must say that it feels wonderful to know that you find me attractive, really. that feeling is mutual, mistress. The sighs and pulls away from you, standing up from the bed and striding her clothes. You're not about to let her go so easily, though, so you make a show out of fixing your own clothes, tucking them in this way and that, while shaking your hips left and right, with a look of exaggerated lasciviousness on your face. Oh Lord. A thrill of excitement runs through you when you see the foxgirl blush and averts her eyes. Okay, maybe we should slow down a bit before we actually go too far. Can we do something relaxing for a change? What do you need? And what do you need? Do you not find kissing a relaxing activity? It'd be much more relaxing activity if we did it without any clothes on. But I don't think that'd be fair to the rest of the girls. Wow. Alright, then, but no more alcohol. If I get any tips here, who knows what might happen and what I might do. I'll make sure to make some tea then. Wow. To my surprise, I didn't do anything besides kiss. But oh well, whatever. Now that Kitty's gone to tend to other chores and on the tower, you're off to find Mutsumi. According to Aiko, she was out in the garden looking for something. The brisk breeze carries the crisp, wet taste of the recent rains onto your tongue as you walk outside. The first you spot of Matsumi is of her. Switching tail is keeping her balance as she bends low, her head and upper body carefully and threaded through the boughs of a bush. Okay. Mutsumi? What? The little girl jabs in surprise, her tail sticking straight up a moment later. She topples fully into the brush, legs kicking out behind her, and weirdly you think you hear not one but two squeaks of distress come out from the bush's depth. Yeah, sorry for surprising you. You dash over to her and grab her underneath her arms to yank her out from her leafy prison. It takes some after though. It's not all from the branches catching on her clothes. And stars the chest of hers is something else. Sorry, I didn't hear you coming. I noticed as much. And what were you looking at anyway? Mutsumi flusteredly brushes a few damp leaves from her front before finally looking up to face you. Surprisingly, her eyes aren't full of embarrassment but excitement. And hedgehogs in our hedges. They're so cute. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't hurt them. And okay, so I think it's time for me to stop recording right now. So I guess for the next episode, we're gonna be spending time with Mutsumi. I mean, we already spent some time with Kiri, and a lot of shit happened there, to my surprise. But damn, that description and everything though. Whatever. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I forgot to mention that at this point, I already finished recording all of the episodes for Kirby 64 the Crystal Shard. So yeah, I beat the game 100%, and I was right. Apparently there is a secret boss at the end of the game, and I beat it. It was a lot easier than the actual final boss of the game, but you know, secret bosses tend to be sometimes either easy or hard. So yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.